Hi, everyone. Hello. Thank you once again for tuning in. It's always a pleasure to be here. Hopefully, you've all enjoyed and recovered from your Thanksgiving, which I have been assured from my American friends was an absolute hoot of a time. So, hopefully, you're all back into the swing of your daily routines again. And still enjoying life and still giving gratitude and thanks for everything that we have in our lives. There's a few things going on for me this week. The weather has been absolutely terrible in Sydney. We've had, if it's not bushfires, it's a lot of smoke. And breathing difficulties for a lot of people here at the moment. So most of us are cooped up inside. So hopefully in the Northern Hemisphere and wherever you are tuning in throughout the world, your weather is a lot more forgiving than ours is right now. So, yeah. I've got a few crystals with me today. I've got some cards out. I've got my cog chart, so we're ready to get into it and see what life brings about for us this time. Have had numerous readings this week all about changes in energy levels. So we've come from a very chaotic time around that October, November, and now we're starting to feel a lot more calm, I suppose, even though we're going into the silly season or the crazy season that Christmas can sometimes bring about. There's a sense of calmness around the energies. So it could be something to do with Jupiter going into Capricorn as far as transits are concerned. So that's quite a nice placement for a lot of people to have. It's certainly a lovely placement for me to have because it means that my luck will change in my career and what I'm doing in my life as far as 10th house or career and jobs and what we do for our how we make a living has been looked upon favourably. So all my lights are lining up, all the stars are in alignment for me at the moment. So it's a really very pleasant time. So hopefully that you're all tapping into that lovely energy and enjoying the stars aligning for you as well. So yeah, so we're going to take some callers in a moment, which I'm looking forward to. It's fast becoming less nerve-wracking for me and much more exciting now. So I have had some listeners reach out during the week to me, so I'd like to have a big shout out to a lady called Leah. Thank you very much for your lovely, kind message. Hope you don't mind me shouting out to you, but I just your lovely message was very nice. It was really nice to receive, so I thought I'd let you know that as well. So yeah. And of course, Molly, who always tunes in. So thank you very much for doing that as well, Molly. So it's very nice to have a following all the way over in the States. So I'll have to put this on my roadshow places to visit, I think. It's certainly growing. My roadshow is definitely growing. So far, I've only got nationwide in Australia, looking to go to New Zealand. But obviously the States is a runner-up, really fast runner-up that I didn't see coming. So that's really, it's a lovely blessing. So thank you all very much for doing that and participating in that as well. So very cool, very cool. So last week, I think I unveiled my black quartz. Still have her with me today. I pulled her out quite a number of times this week to have a little play with her and see what she's capable of and what she's doing. It's actually a really nice energy. I loved her when I first met her, but I'm super head over heels in love with her now as well. So she's just, yeah. If you are into crystals or you like them or you're just not sure where to start, there's so much information online. There's some stuff on my website as well. I've got a workshop on crystals and how to tap into crystals. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm an encyclopedia of crystal information. Most of them are really pretty, and then I go, oh, that's so pretty, and then I work out what it is and what our healing properties are from there. But there's so much information out there. I would highly recommend that you choose your crystals intuitively rather than going out there and trying to find the crystal that you think is the right fit for you. It actually might be something better out there for you. So if you walk into a crystal store and pick up the one that resonates the most, the one that's the prettiest, the one that you find that you just don't want to put back down, that's the crystal for you. Then work out what the healing properties are. So yeah. All right, we have a caller. We're going to slip straight into it. Excellent. Love it. I'm so fast, and sometimes I have to slow things down, and I like going super fast. Got so much to say. So we're going to shoot across to Kelly in Somerville. Kelly, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. What can I do for you?
Well, I just want to know if I have any loved ones that are trying to connect with me, um, and also maybe some relationship advice.
Sure. Are you seeing somebody? Hmm. What's your current relationship status?
I am engaged.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, okay. I think what the issue is here for you, I think some of the people that you're perhaps attracting into your life are not emotionally available. I'm kind of getting, when you said about relationship advice and a little bit of guidance around that, I saw a
Hmm.
man walking towards you, but then he turned his back and walked away from you. And I kind of get the feeling that that is a commitment issue, or it's, I'm not entirely sure whether I want to be with this person or not. And what we're really looking for is a man that walks straight up to you and puts his arms around you, as opposed to turns his back and goes, "Oh, I'm not sure, I'm not sure." So
Hmm.
I'm not. I know that you've been deeply hurt in the past, and there are some um, little emotional walls around protecting yourself so that doesn't happen again. And we all
Hmm.
do that. That's human nature, you know. That just I had them for a number of years, so I can relate to you. The thing is, though, that when we have those walls and we look at them as a means for preserving ourselves and preserving our energy, and so we don't get hurt. Sometimes it stops people from being able to see through those walls because it looks like we might have something to hide, or we're not being our authentic selves. And we're not really being our authentic selves because we're so worried about getting hurt again that we're kind of keeping some of our stuff in reserves. So we've got, you know, something to cling to. We're not just going in head first this time into the next relationship. Um,
Right.
there's a nice there's a nice man coming in for you. I want to say his name's Tony, Anthony, Tone, something along those lines. He's just got a really masculine feel about him, but not, can we say, caveman. He's a proper masculine man. He's just not a beating chest man. Okay. He's kind of nice. He's a bit more quieter. He'd rather probably, he's not that party animal that wants to go out all the time. He likes to balance going out with staying home. Bit like yourself and your own energy. You know, people are great, but you need some time out too. Um, and he's just a nice person. He does like animals, so hopefully that works with you as well. Um, and look, I'm thinking he's not that far away. I can kind of feel him. He's a bit taller, around that 6'1" mark. You do feet and inches over there, don't you? Hopefully, don't make me convert it. I think he's around 185, 186 centimeters. If you do centimeters, don't. Yeah, I'm a medium. I'm not a mathematician, so forgive me if that's wrong. Um, but he's just nice. He's a nice man. It's not going to be one of those power moments when you meet him, okay? Because it's a more mature relationship than what you've received from others in the past. Does that make sense?
Yes. Um, um, my fiance, his middle name is Anthony.
Ah, right. Okay. And where does he fit in all this?
I don't know. I mean, you say mature. He's older than me, so
Okay. Hmm. I wonder if it's a new one coming in, or he just sees the light and makes some drastic changes. Is he the flighty man? Was he a bit, a bit can't sit still. Was that him?
Is he what? I'm sorry.
Was Anthony the man that couldn't sit still? He liked to run around and do things and be involved in everything. Was that him?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's the same person, because he would have to do like a 180-degree turn to he would have to change in a lot of ways. And I just don't think that his path is in alignment with your path.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've probably in the last 3.5, they're saying 3 years and 8 months. They're being cheeky buggers now. The last 3 and a bit years, you've looked at things differently. You've changed the way you look at things. You changed the way just the way you talk to yourself. Your observations have been, you've been paying a bit more attention to little things that may not have necessarily you've noticed in the past. So it's been a big spiritual journey for you the last few years. 3 years and 8 months. They keep saying 3 years and 8 months. So I don't know what that is. You might want to work out what happened 3 years and 8 months ago. But it's for you, it's a nice, you're sort of coming out of attracting those style of people that are not in alignment with you. So it's really important for you now, and in your own mind as well, not just me chatting with you, but that you have that person that is working towards that common goal with you, and that's working towards that common journey, enjoying the path together, as opposed to being two very individual people and having a bit of a tug of war over which path is going to be followed. So it's really nice that you've reached that point in your life. It's just really cool. I like it. How are you feeling about that all?
I feel good. I feel right now I kind of went through a little rough patch, but I feel like everything's kind of starting to come back up a little bit.
Yeah. And I think that's part of the grieving process too. And even though, when relationships expire and we go our separate ways, there's still a grieving process, I think, that we all need to go through. And some of those memories, just like when you lose a puppy, or you lose your favorite animal, or you lose a loved one, those little triggers come up every now and then, and stuff surfaces and we work through it. And it's just, I still think that's part of the grieving process. And I don't think it's got anything to do with the level of love or whether it's a really nurturing relationship. I think it's just the gravity of the lessons that we learnt during that relationship or that friendship or whatever that interaction was that we had with that person. So the fact that what I'm really happy with is that you're able to identify that was part of the process, and that you're able to work through that and come out the other side. So that's a huge testament to you being able to do your spiritual work on yourself and get yourself in that right place.
Yeah.
Yeah. A very, very nice place for you to be in. You can look forward to 2020 being less taxing on you, less draining on you, okay? It's just nicer things are about to come into play for you because you've done a lot of soul-searching, and that's about to pay dividends for you, okay?
Oh, good.
Lovely. Excellent. Thank you so much for your call, Kelly. You take care.
Thank you. You too.
See you later.
All right. Thank you.
What a lovely lady. It's so cool when we do this sort of work that we're able to see people and tune into their frequency of where they've come from and how many things they've worked through and their layers to get where they are right now. And because I'm so in love with our self-growth and the whole evolution of ourselves, that when I see it like that as clearly as I just did with Kelly, it's such a buzz for me, because the ultimate best gift you can give yourself is nurturing and self-development and growth, and it's just amazing. One day I I'll tell you my story on Moonstruck, and then you can see why I'm so passionate about really being our favourite subjects and learning about ourselves as much as possible, so we can uncover and take all those layers away and look for, our higher self and do things towards our highest good. It's really cool. It's very, very cool. I love it. So if you haven't already noticed, okay, let's have a look. We've got a lady called Chantel from Baytown in Texas. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, thank you. I have to say that each person that I speak to in the States have got such a different accent. It's really kind of cool to hear so many different accents, all from what you perceive as a one country. It's amazing. Very cool.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I'm from Alabama. I'm just here in Texas.
Ah, okay. So that's different again, isn't it? It's a different accent again.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. Wow. I think us Aussies all speak the same. I'm not convinced that we're quite as different as the Americans, that's for sure. What can I do for you?
I have been experienced. I don't know if you deal with my situation, but I have been dealing with spirits in my home, and I just how do I explain it? I don't know if it's a good energy or a bad energy or what's going on. My daughter, I have a 1-year-old daughter. I mean, a 2-year-old daughter. I'm sorry. She sometimes she's scared of it, and sometimes she plays with it. My son, he plays with it. My stepson, he's there often. He's here off and on, and he's scared of it. And one night he was like, "Mommy," he calls me mommy. He's like, "Mommy, she scared me." And I asked who. He pointed in my guest room, which, nothing was there. And I let him sleep with me, and he was like, "Mommy, she wants you." And he was pointing to something, and I couldn't see it, but I'm a very spiritual person, and I could feel something there, but I can't, I think my children can see it.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to see,
That's the thing with kids, isn't it? They're so receptive to, they don't have all those environmental changes, and it's not, they're not talked out of, anything that they might, or it's not dismissed as in children. Like, they come through seeing things so clearly. And you're definitely seeing something. There's actually two spirits there, okay? So there's one that's a little bit cheekier, which is the one that can be a little bit intimidating. The other one, though, is quite a friendly sort of soul. They're both human-based entities, okay? So there's nothing too weird going on aside from dead people in your house. They actually passed away not that far away from you, okay? And I'm going to say that one of them is a little child. I kind of feel it's a female energy that is the smaller child, okay? That's the friendlier one. The other one gets a little bit stroppy every now and then, but I think it's just because frustration more than a meaning of intimidating or frightening or anything like that. I think it's more frustration that they're not getting heard. Has stuff been moved around your house yet? Like, if you come home and you put your car keys somewhere and then the car keys are not there when you go to get them shortly after? Has that sort of stuff started happening yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, all right. We'll give that a little bit of time. When did you move into the house?
Actually, I've been living here a year now.
Okay, cool. All right. So if they're not moving your stuff yet, give it a little bit more time, because they do want to talk to you. You're clairsentient, okay? So that means that you can clearly feel them, which is what you said before, but I can confirm you're definitely clairsentient. You're empathic as well, and you've passed on those beautiful qualities to your children, which is why they can see and hear these people so clearly. You can put boundaries in place with them, okay, by saying that they're not allowed to come in the bedrooms at night time when your children are trying to sleep. You can do other things like, you need to find somewhere else to hang out after 5 p.m. at night time. This is my family time. You can do things like that. You are in charge. I know that some people think that that's just crazy, but I have a lot of spirit dropping into our home, and I always have boundaries with them. They're not allowed to come with me to the toilet, for example, because that's my time. And they do listen to those boundaries, okay? They're not, the two that you've got in particular are not meaning to, they just want to be heard. They want to be recognised and acknowledged that they're there, okay? And your kids are doing that. So they're sort of kind of hanging around because they're being acknowledged, and they're liking them. You've actually got really cute little kids too. So they're well-grounded, nice kids. I know that they're kids, so they're going to have their moments, but yours are just, they're cute little kids, okay? So if they start talking to you a little bit more about, which is not going to happen, but if they start thinking that, or blaming the spirits for if they're doing something naughty, you might need to redirect their own behaviour in that way, okay? Because sometimes kids can try to blame spirit on things. I know my cousin certainly did that, and that wasn't the case at all. So if your kids are doing that, just redirect them and distract them and get them thinking about something else, or assure them that the ghost did not tell them to do that naughty thing, okay? Because your two are not like that at all. They just want to be acknowledged. So if you do have little things that are being moved around the house, don't pay too much attention to it. Don't buy into it. Say, you need to leave my things where I leave them, thank you, and be firm with that, and that will bring them back into line. There's no reason for you to move at all. They actually do enjoy you being in that house. Have you still got some stuff that you haven't unpacked yet?
I think so.
Yeah. Are they memories or something? Have you got photo albums or pictures of the kids or paintings that the kids did when they were younger? They kind of feels like memories are in these boxes, or 2 boxes that you need to bring out.
I had a son that passed away when he was 7 weeks old, and I had a son that passed away like 5 years ago. So I have memories of him. I have photos of my grandmother that passed last year. I have, memories from Alabama and in a box and boxes and stuff. It's not that I unpack them; I just leave them there. So I don't unpack them.
Yeah, keep them safe. Can you perhaps take the lid off every now and then and just have a chat, or let them know, or even speak to, recall some of those memories verbally, or talk to you do talk to your grandma, okay, and just give them a little bit of acknowledgement as well. I think some of it could be a little bit of you being a little bit lonely as well, where you are. I know that you've got your kids around you and some other people around you as well, but sometimes there's a little bit of a loneliness thing going on in the back of your mind for you that could be like home related, bit of homesickness or something. I'm not quite sure what it is, but the boxes are the key to that. So it could be a bit of a healing process for you in those boxes to just take the lid off just for a little while and go through them and hold those memories in your heart and then pack them up again, perhaps. Yeah. It's a nice house, though. Do you have are you wanting to put shrubs in your backyard, or little trees or something in your backyard or your front yard, or are they already there?
Yeah, there are trees there that, when I moved here, it's a tree like in front of my house. Well, it's some apartment homes, they look like, but it's trees in the front.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. So make sure you water and nurture those, because they keep the energy free in the house as well, okay? You can see that from your front door. Yeah.
Yes.
So really nurture those shrubs and those little trees, okay? That'll keep everything nice and grounded and a beautiful energy going through the home for you. Yeah. Excellent.
Yes.
All right, my darling, do you have any more questions for me?
You said that you were speaking on my gifts or whatnot. I was trying, what do I do to make my gifts stronger? because I know it's been passed down from generation to generation, and I'm just
It
trying
sure
to.
has.
My family. Oh, you can go ahead. I'm sorry.
With your clairsentient, if you touch things, because you'll tap into psychometry, okay? So that's the way for you forward. So when you touch things, like I'm touching my little selenite, so I can tell you apart from your previous caller, then you touch things and then you'll be able to tap into your clairsentient. So you'll use psychometry, okay? So look that up or drop me a line through my website and I'll be able to give you a hand with that. But that's how you do it. There'll be a touchy-feely thing for you to engage it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right.
Yes,
I've been given the hurry up, my darling.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
doesn't
you.
it? All right, darling. You take care of yourself. Thank you very much for calling in.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And that's it for Moonstruck at A1R Radio for another week. It goes so fast. This is an absolute joy bringing this to you. Thank you very much. If you'd like to book in for a private channel reading with me, please do on www.insightsbyjohnita.com. I'm on Facebook as well. I have lots of lives and giveaways and all sorts of things. And of course, if you are a Moonstruck caller, you get a discount on 30 minutes reading, and I will give you an hour instead. All the details are on my website. Please do find me there. And I will see you same time next week in the same beautiful location. I look forward to your time and your energy. Thank you very much.